Hello, my name is Fergie, and welcome to my Stardew world. I am starting off with creating my character like everyone does. I, of course, have played this game quite a few times. I have multiple different saves, but I've always kind of wanted to do a Stardew Valley playthrough and post it up to YouTube and everything. I follow quite a bit of people on TikTok who play the game, and so here's me creating my character's name. I kind of messed up on my own name there for a second. I did fix it. And then next is the farm name. I was going to name it Happy Farm. I always have a hard time naming my farms unless I have a set theme. One of my favorite themes is Nowhere. I'm a big fan of the games of Little Nightmares, and so Little Nightmares 3, I believe we find out that the area is called Nowhere, and I've been really into that. Usually I'd name my character Alone, and then have my farm be Nowhere, and then my animal would be called Low, as in those are the names of the characters in that game. But today I've decided Fergie, Nowhere Farm, and Stuff and Things. And Stuff and Things is actually a hint towards one of my favorite things said in The Walking Dead. It is one of my very favorite shows, and so I do put this a lot, and so here I am trying to figure out which farm type I will be starting off with. Contrary to what some of my friends have said, I actually really love the Four Corners map. I have a hard time decorating and everything and figuring out where I'm going to put everything. So having the Four Corners map, it actually really helps me. And here I am redesigning my character because I love frogs, and so I've decided in the end to make my character in turn look like a frog, kind of. So green is going to be the theme, except for, the animal, who can't do that just yet. I find it very hard to match the color of the shirt with the pants. I really love the overall style. Even in my day-to-day life, if I could, I would live on a farm wearing overalls. However, I always have a little bit of trouble matching the color of the pants to the top on here. But as you see, I got it kind of maybe just a little darker, it seems. And then I ended up with the black cat. And here I am on the very first day of my lovely Stardew world, Nowhere Farm, and every time I make a new save, I always make that date bar small so it's not huge and in the way. What I do every morning every morning is I look at this TV, see what's on, see what today's luck is going to be. You know, it's an unusual thing people do. And then I've come outside to start chopping away some bushes, some rocks, and even chop down a tree or two here, so I can get those parsnips planted and going. Whenever my sibling, we actually have a co-op farm together. Not one that we play very often, but we have two very different ways of doing things. I mostly focus on the organization and everything. I really like to be organized, and I do my best to decorate and everything. Later on, whenever I have the correct floor recipe that I want, I'm going to put a little wooden floor barrier around the planting area, so that way weeds and everything don't mess up my farm and stuff. Here I am trying to see if I want to do this wood path. In the end, I did decide that I wasn't going to. I do have a different wood flooring that I want to do. I don't plan to talk the entire time. This is my very first time doing this, and I was debating whether or not talking while doing this or having it like an ASMR thing. I still don't know which one I would like to do more, but just for the very first episode and all, I wanted to speak a little bit. Here I am trying to figure out where I want the chest. In the end, I did decide to put it next to the farmhouse instead of where I normally put it, which is right in front of the farmhouse. But with me wanting to do the little barrier around the farming area, I thought it would be a little bit too close to that, and I decided that I wasn't going to do it and put it over there instead. I almost forgot to water the parsnips there for a second. In a couple of my previous playthroughs, I have never gotten the well, but whenever 1.6 did come out and I had the chickens and everything, and in another one of my playthroughs, which I was on the hilltop, I actually was playing that not too long ago, actually. I was getting a little frustrated going down and getting the water and trying to find where I'm finding the water. And so I do want to get a well and put it near so I don't have to go searching for one. And then a couple of my goals is, one, going to be the well, and then two, I am going to get a silo. That is the first task that I am focusing on, is the silo, so I can chop down some of this grass, so I can get hay for the future chickens that I will be getting. So one thing I do have a hard time with is gaining gold. I like to hoard everything for the entire month and then sell everything at the end. I'm not exactly sure why I'm like this, but it is something that I do. Here I am going into Pierre's, going to get all those seeds, the bean starter, the cauliflower, potato, the tulip, kale, and jazz seed. I will not be planting these just yet because I am going to want to get more gold so I can get another batch of every single one of these, and then I will plant all of them together. I also don't have enough energy to make another area for these seeds. But I do want to get 2 of these of each seed because I like to collect. I want to have at least one of everything, because there are the achievements and everything, and one of them is selling every single item, and I want to have every single item. And I didn't do it in this episode, but in the next episode, what I will do is I want to later on. I do want to focus on getting a shed so I can put all of my items in. I did come back to the area because I did see Sam. Now, Sam is not one that I'd typically go after. I'm definitely that stereotypical person that goes after Sebastian, or Haley. I did go after Haley there once. Whenever I first met Haley, whenever I first got the game a couple months ago, it was the flower dance, and I had asked her if she wanted to dance with me. At the time, I didn't know that if you didn't have enough hearts with them, they were going to say no. However, whenever I did ask Haley, yes, I didn't have enough hearts with her, but her reaction was, ew, no. And I was a little startled and a little shocked, and I was like, oh, okay, I see how it is. And so I hated Haley there for a while, even in my other playthroughs. But then I go on TikTok and I'm seeing a bunch of Haley things, and she's being so cute, and I was like, oh, okay. And so I went after Haley in another playthrough, and then in a different playthrough, I had gone after Emily. And I do love Emily. Emily is amazing. So I usually go after either Sebastian, Emily, Haley. I actually haven't gone after Abigail. And so in one of my newer playthroughs, because I'm that type of person that is constantly restarting, and I'm going to try not to do that with this one. I'm going to try and stay on this playthrough, posting this playthrough quite a lot, hopefully, and try not to continuously restart. I have a really hard time with that. But I do. One of my very first saves, I finally got to Ginger Island, and it was actually the playthrough where I'm married to Emily. Oh, sorry, I had to move. It's actually the playthrough where I'm married to Emily, and I, at the time, did not know that if you stayed on Ginger Island for a month, you would lose a significant amount of hearts with your lovers or your kids and stuff like that, your pets. And I didn't know that. So whenever I did find that out, I was very upset and ended up abandoning that game. I do go back to it every once in a while, just to try new things and everything. And in that game, I'm also on a Four Corners map, and so I was actually playing it a little earlier today, and I was trying to organize everything, get my little mining area set up and all, and I was getting a little frustrated because it wasn't going exactly the way that I want. I'm a mobile user, so it is a little bit harder for me to, because I don't own a computer, and I know there's a website where you can plan your farm and everything, and I've tried it. It doesn't exactly work on the phone well enough, so I hope in the future I can end up gaining a computer so I can do stuff better, but also I don't want to. There aren't a lot of, from what I've seen, there aren't a lot of people who do videos for the mobile ones. And then, in general, there aren't a lot of people who do videos for mobile games, like the mobile versions of computer games. And so I don't want to be like, I want to be the person that uh, does this and other people have somebody to relate to. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm probably saying it really wrong. But I would like to do a computer version in the future whenever I can get a computer. I will not abandon this farm, hopefully. Please call me out if I ever do. But yeah, I am talking a lot longer than I thought I was going to. As you can see, it is almost time for the Betty buys. I'm just doing what I normally do on every playthrough. I go around and forage. My foraging skill is always the first one to go up because I'm always going around and grabbing all the forage items I can, and I'm always chopping down trees for more chests and everything. I do want to get enough gold to get the bigger chests, because I know that is a thing now. And I'm really excited about that. Here's Leah. I don't normally talk to Leah. I'm hoping to talk to her more. I actually would like to befriend all of the villagers. It's something that I have a hard time continuing to do, and I'm just now seeing that Penny is over there. I was I was on the lookout for her earlier, and I guess I didn't see her. So now I'm going back to my farm to put away some things and head to bed. So this is my playthrough. I do work, so and my days off are a little weird, but I will try to post at least once a week. Who knows? We'll see. That's my goal. And then tomorrow it's going to be a beautiful sunny day, unlike where I live. Well, I will see you all in the next video. Thank you for listening and staying. Bye bye.